modern marriage is becoming delicate by the day. You understand? Modern marriage is becoming delicate by the day. And if you happen to be somebody that cherishes all what you've worked for over the years, either as a man or as a woman, and you do not want to lose those things that you've actually worked for. Understand? There is need for you to consider important steps, for you to take pragmatic steps in securing those things that you've worked for, be it values, be it ideologies, be it philosophy. There is importance for you to actually work to put like a shield that will be in place before you actually verge into modern marriage. You see, we now have a very good population, if not all, of women that that their goal of coming into marriage is because they want to take the man's money, or they are coming into the marriage because of what the man has. This means that they are coming into the marriage, they will stay for just a few period of time. As soon as maybe they've given birth to maybe one or two children for the man, then the next thing they file for divorce. The filing for divorce, they file for divorce, and after filing for divorce, the next thing, the man's property is being splitted into, either 50%, and, the woman, or even more than in some cases, then the woman goes with the fatter portion, on the basis that, she will be taking care of children. But recall that divorce does not end there. You will still have to be paying child support as the husband, and being that, this woman is taking care of your children. You understand? So divorce, the battle of divorce does not end with you the day you decide to actually the day that woman actually divorces you, or the day you divorce her. And do you know the pain with paying for child support? If it's 5 kids, it means you are paying that amount of money on that particular child for the next 18 years. 20 years, depending on the country's definition of what adult means. Some country defines the adult as 18, others define the adult as 20 years. You understand? So it is based on so you have to keep paying that particular amount of money. And mind you, it may not end in that amount for the win. You record the other video I shared the other day when I was talking about why marriage is very delicate, and you must be very pragmatic to know what modern women are interested in, as well as how to prepare for the game. I share how a lady said that she has divorced 4 times, and the 4 times means 4 baby daddies. Now, she also shared on that particular video, maybe I will link the video to this particular one if I can, while we are, while we are doing in post-production. She also said that, that for those 4 baby daddies, that she usually sue them every 2 to 3 years for higher child support. Remember, she has taken more than half of the man's property during divorce. Now she is now suing for higher child support every 3 years. And she's suing for child support. That may not even be the case. Now, she is suing you for a ridiculous amount. Let's assume that it will take an average of 500 let's just say $300 to $500, for instance, to take care of that particular child in a month. Do you know what she's going to be suing you? She's going to be suing you a minimum of $2,000 to $3,000, especially if she has access to know your source of income, and she knows that you are earning well or you are doing well. Oh my God. She will not want you to have any leftover cash with you that you will use to live your life to the fullest. So she will do everything possible within her power to ensure that all of those money, she will make them away from you. You understand? So it is these things that there is need for you to watch out for them, and there is need for you to plan for them. You see, modern marriage, 8 to 9 out of every 10 marriage are crashing within the first 1 to 5 years. They are crashing. Why are they crashing? Because modern women need something else. Now, remember I said modern women, what we are saying here is not that we are not saying all, but in a game whereby you have 90% already on the side of the enemy, that game is already a lost game. You understand? When you have 90% already on the side of the enemy, isn't that a lost game? So you know that with this now, with you having 90% of, 90% of the women on the side of, the enemies, what does that tell you? It tells you that, there is the chance of you winning this particular fight is limited. This also means that, the good women that we now have now, that may not have the philosophy of coming into that marriage to divorce, they are very little or they are very few. And let's even go further. This is even amongst those that are Christian ladies or Christian sisters. In fact, there's a group of female that are Christians that are now that are now Christian feminists. You understand? They are Christians. Yeah, they go to church. They believe in God. In fact, they even speak in tongues, as the case may be. But guess what? They are Christian feminists. They teach other women not to submit to their husband. Remember, I tell you that these people are Christian. They go to church, they even speak in tongues, they pray to Yahweh, they pray to Elohim, but they teach other Christians they teach other Christian ladies not to submit to their husband. Meanwhile, Christian dating, Christian marriage is very hinged. As a Christian, one of the beliefs and philosophy of Christian marriage is that the man is the head, the woman is it's a subordinate to the man, and then the children, just like that in that hierarchical order. But this set of Christian feminists that I'm telling you about now, they don't believe in such. They tell you that the woman is equal to the man, that they are both, on the same cadre. You understand? The place that whereby Bible talks about, Christ being the head, submit to your husband as unto the church, which is Christ, as the church unto Christ. They don't believe in this place. They don't believe the man is the head. They tell you that the man and the woman, they are equal. That's the reason why they are partners. You understand? So now that you have this kind of ladies in our Christian community now, so you discover that the fight now is not just a mere fight. It's a fight that will take a lot of time to win. And the choice of woman you actually go with now is now very, very important. And decisions you take before you proceed or you commence your marital journey now is as important as how long that marriage can last, and also affect how successful your marriage can be, as well as the assets, what you've worked for, what you've labored for over the years before such marriages. You understand? So these are the things, these are some of the few reasons why, prenup and modern marriage, you cannot separate them. Recall that if you bring the concept of prenup, a lady who came simply because of your money, she will stand against such decision. And the moment she stands against it, you should not begin to know what to look for. You should not begin to know who your true enemy is. And mind you, some countries do not have that prenup agreement, or they do not have laws that back the prenup agreement. For instance, the United Kingdom does not have laws that backs prenup. That means if you sign a prenup agreement with a lady or a woman in the United Kingdom, it's as good as a tissue paper, because it won't stand. You understand? It will just be regarded as a mere paper that just has her signature. It's not valid. You understand? So you have to, especially if you are getting married in such a country, you have to, and you want to do prenup, you must ensure that you do your research to know the countries that their law supports prenup, and stuff like that before you actually go ahead to sign such prenups and get married and stuff like that. So there are many reasons to this thing, as the concept of prenup, marriage, and a lot of other stuffs. Then, still going ahead, whether you like it or not, now in modern marriage now, there are a lot of women. In fact, they will deliberately program themselves to come into your life. Listen, a woman can do anything just to get a man's attention. That's what a lot of men in this age do not know. A lot of men in this age are very naive. They are very ignorant of what women are capable of doing. And women, they are playing heavily on this men's ignorance to utilize it to the fullest. You understand? If, let's assume that maybe you are a man, you don't come out, and a lady somewhere, her eyes on you, she wants you to be in her life, or she wants both of you to be together. You don't come out. So she will create scenes, events, scenarios, look for those who are close to you, use them as tools, use them as instrument, engineer them to create a scene that will make the two of you to be what? To be in the same scene. You see, it is the reason why I don't share my birthday, or I don't share my birthday date. At the moment, apart from my special personal assistant, my parents, and my siblings, no one else knows my birthday. Why? Because I don't want to create an unnecessary avenue for people who I do not want to come into my life. You understand? So, even in my own office, I've had a lot of female clients, asking me, this deficit. When is your birthday? Which month? I just tell them, I don't celebrate it, so there is no point telling you. You understand? But the moment I make it public now, the women in such categories, that I just mentioned that, that are somewhere, they want to come into your, they have seen your values. Those are that maybe that's their definition of the kind of man that they want. They will do what? They look for every possible means. They create every possible avenue to come into your life using maybe the route of maybe the birthday, anniversary, a particular anniversary. Maybe you are doing a naming anniversary, housewarming anniversary, business anniversary. She will use all such kind of environment to come into your life. Let's even go ahead. Maybe she will even buy gifts. If it will cost her taking loan to buy gifts, she will buy such gifts just to ensure that avenue, to ensure that, that gateway, that pathway, she creates it. You understand? That is the length at which the feminine gender can go. Just because they want to get that particular man. And if you are a man whom his philosophy is not strong enough, you do not do enough of evaluation, you don't do enough of analysis to know. And maybe if you have a spine ability, if you believe in the spiritual and the supernatural, you do not have you don't have ability to spy in the supernatural and the spirit. You will think that this woman is the one I've been waiting for. She's this, she's that, I'm not saying a woman buying you those gifts for a start is bad, but I want to tell you that, 99% of women don't give things anyhow. That means for whatever thing they give, they are expecting a return. And the way women gifts are is like a hunter that uses a goat to set a trap. And you know what? When you are using a goat to set a trap, what you are hunting for is either a lion or a tiger or one of the big carnivores. That's what you are looking for. So the same thing how women set their trap. They're not like men that give gifts and maybe they expect little or even zero returns. Women are not like that. Especially these modern women, they are not like, in fact, if it will take her buying you a car, especially if she knows that maybe you do not have a car and someone of your value or someone of your status should have a car. Oh my God, if she can afford it, or if she can take a loan that she'll be able to pay back to afford that car, she'll get that car for you. And she will do everything possible to ensure that you take that car. Because she now knows that the moment you take that car is the beginning of her having access, having influence, having a lot of some aspect of control into your life, into everything about you. You understand? So this now, remember that what she's aiming something, which are the ideal man that she wants. And if you as a man who is very valuable, you are the man, you are very valuable, you cherish what you've worked for, then you now begin to do a lot of underground research. Don't be quick to accept gifts. Tell her to place the gift on hold first. Tell her that you think about it, then you go and spy on her. Know the kind of person she is. Know a little things about her, even if not all. Know what the thing that she believes. Know about her philosophy. Know maybe a little about her friends. What kind of friend does she keep? What kind of people does she keep? Because if you do not care about her friends, whether you like it or not, those are the ones that can make and mar your life in the future. So if she has friends that believes in, being accountable, she's most likely going to be accountable. If she has friends that, that don't believe in accountability, it's most likely that she is not going to believe in accountability. If she has friends that, they believe in making things work, whether you like it or not, she is going to be also a replica of people that wants to make things work. If she has, friends who are kind, who are generous, who are, who are, who are, you know, who are kind, who are generous, she's also going to be a kind and generous person, or she's likely going to be a kind and generous person. In the same vein, if she's also heartless, ruthless, and greedy, maybe those are the personality of her friend. Whether you like it or not, that lady will also be kind, will also be, ruthless, heartless, stingy, and greedy. You understand? So those are the things that you begin to look out for. If you actually you must, be with such person of such. And remember, the prenup is very important, because this is what will save your assets, save your beliefs, save your philosophy, save your psychology on the long run. If at all your plans or what you anticipated did not work out. So if things go south, everybody goes their separate ways peacefully, and there is no trouble. And remember, I told you the concept about, taking charge of your own kids or taking charge of your own children. Do not let any lady come and tell you that, she will be the one who will take custody, and, that will be her gateway of, telling you to pay child support. Don't allow such. It tells you divorce, yes, okay, divorce, fine, but I'll be the one to take custody of that particular child. Do everything, sacrifice it. Because the sacrifice that you will not pay now, remember that you will pay the sacrifice both in money and in suffering. Now, how will you pay the sacrifice both in suffering and in money? While she's collecting all those money from you, she's brainwashing that particular child that is in her custody. She's brainwashing the child against you, telling the child that you are a bad person, that you don't care about the child's welfare, brainwashing the child that you are an evil man. And the child grows up with this philosophy and will not want to see you. Meanwhile, you're the one who has been spending all the money that she is using to take care of the basic needs of the child, and even spending a larger part on her own self. You understand? So you see that the disadvantages of not having a prenup, if your marriage crashes, they are numerous. They can never be overemphasized. So go get a prenup, that prenup today, if you really want to have a marriage that will be free of problem. Go get a prenup. So everyone now knows where they stand, and know that they now want to value a relationship. Even if she's a Christian, even if she speaks in tongues, she goes to church, do not fall for such. Let her sign that prenup for you. It will be the basis upon which, you enjoy such marriages. You know what you have, what you sign up for, and stuff like that. So we'll continue with the part 2 of this particular edition. This is Deficit Podcast. Do want to like this video, subscribe this channel, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.